All right, so we're here today at the lift station, and then we're going to go over to the sewer plant and kind of give you guys an idea on what happens at the city every day and how the sewer comes in and how it gets cleaned, how it gets put back out. Today we have our superintendent of sewer here, Richard Sutherland. And Richard, just kind of tell us, what is this? Where are we at here, and how does all this start?
This is our main lift station. This is where everything, whenever you flush the toilet inside the city, comes here. It starts down here, and we have an auger and a screen that separates a lot of the larger sediments and debris and grease. And when it comes through our blower, and gets separated to the finer stuff gets taken out, and then it goes down into our pump station.
Okay.
And that's where it gets pumped up to the lagoons, and bugs start doing their.
So then the pump station over here then
Yes.
moves it up to where we're going to head next. Comes in here, gets separated, and moves up here. Okay. Great. We moved from the main lift station, and now we have moved up to our lagoons. And from the main lift that we were just at, this is where everything flows to. It starts here. So Richard, tell us kind of what happens once everything gets up here.
Once everything's pumped up here, this is where the bugs do their job.
Okay.
They eat all the bacteria and sediments and everything. It just goes through a process. Filters on top are aerators. They create oxygen. Let everything do the job correctly.
So how many lagoons do you have?
We have 4 lagoons. This is number 1.
Okay.
There's 2, and then 3, and then 4.
Okay. And then what happens if all those are full?
Then if all those get full, we cannot keep going. Heavy rains and stuff like that. We have our equalization basin. Everything flows to that.
It's kind of like an overflow.
Yes.
Okay.
In total, we have around 17 million gallons of water in here that we maintain.
That's the job. Okay. And then from here it moves.
From here, it goes to our filter.
Okay.
That's where we run through a sand filter.
Okay. And that's where we're heading next.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to that and kind of show you then after the lagoons where we go from there. All right, so now we're over at the sewer plant, and Richard, will you just tell us kind of what happens once the water comes from the lagoon and heads over here?
Once it goes through all the lagoons, it gets pumped in over here. And right there we have our sand filters. So we filter through it. And it comes off we measure how much we flow out. And our changes outside, and that's where we pull our samples. And we test everything, make sure that it's within our parameters of discharge. So we're not putting out any bad water. You could actually drink it straight out of here.
Okay. No plans to do that.
If you want to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. All right. Well, let's walk in here and see after you test it, after you pull it out of the testing tank, what happens then. All right, so now we've walked into the testing lab. Richard, kind of what goes on here? You said something about you take the samples from outside and you bring them in here, and then what happens?
Then we test our pH and our chlorine and our phosphorus and make sure that everything's within parameters, and that way we know how much chemical to add. We do add aluminum sulfate, and that's all we add. So,
okay. And then does it get sent off somewhere else for testing? to the state or something like that?
Yes, every 3 times a month we send tests off to the lab in Bentonville, and they come back through the health department and everything, and let us know if anything that we don't test for is needing attention.
Okay.
So,
Perfect. So that kind of gives you a quick overview of what happens at the sewer plant. Thanks, guys. See you next time.